Hello again, it's Karen at Corrie Paper Crafts here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in central Scotland. I'm back again with another quick project for you, but it's not a Simple Sundays project. It's just an extra project that I'm doing given that lots of us are stuck at home at the moment. So it's a quick and easy bag to make, no stamping. Just a plain gift bag. You can add your own gift tag onto it if you want, but I just wanted to make something just with one piece of paper and one piece of ribbon, and here it is. So I'm filming this on Tuesday the 24th of March with about 7 days left of celebration, and I'm using the Lily Impressions free paper, which is free. It's a level 1 freebie with a £45 spend, and at the time of filming that is certainly still available, but things are starting to sell out now, so if you're looking to get any of these things free, then I would say get your order in as soon as you can. But I'm going to show you how to make it. It doesn't take long at all, and here's how. So you'll need a piece of DSP which measures 12 inches by 7 inches, so nothing to cut off the width of the paper, but just a few inches off the top. And you're going to do a little bit of scoring, so I'll bring in my scoreboard, and as always apologise that there will be a little bit of glare from my lamp because it's late afternoon now. So on the long side, again, make sure if you've got a directional pattern that it's on the long side with the pattern going up and down the way, otherwise it doesn't really matter. This isn't too bad, but you can kind of see the direction of the flowers even though it's a more impressionist take on flowers. So you're going to score the long side at 1/2 inch, 4.5, 6 1/4, and 10 1/4, and then if it's a directional pattern, turn it clockwise and score at 1 3/4, and that's all your scoring done. So fold and burnish on all the score lines. There you go. It's hard to see them actually. Just make sure your paper stays straight as you go. If you've cut it straight, you should be alright, but just make sure anyway. I just want to straighten that bit up a little bit. And then this little 1/2 inch section at this side, and my 1 3/4 for the base. So I'm not very sure which side is easier to see the fold, probably this side. So you've got what will be your 2 side panels here and your front and back panels here, and you've got this long thin strip at the side here, and for the base of the box you've got a square, a rectangle, a square and a rectangle, and then this little thin rectangle at the side, and that's the one we're going to remove completely. So take the score line with it as you go and just cut up to that horizontal score line, and then just snip that at an angle here and wedge another little bit at the top here. And then you're going to cut straight on the rectangle, taking the score line off onto this tab, because that's going to be one of the tabs on the inside of the bottom of the box, or bag rather, up to the score line and wedge up to that horizontal score line, taking the score line here with you, and wedge this side and wedge this side, and don't cut your hand. And that's it. We're just going to add a few pieces of tape as well. So as always, I'm going to just pop, let's see now, the front flap is always the one that's between the 2 side flaps, so I'm just going to stick, a couple of pieces of tape on here, a little bit straighter than that maybe when you make your bag, and just add a couple of bits for extra strength. And then just remind myself, this will be the back of the box, and I'm going to fold in the back flap, then the two side flaps, so I'm going to add tape on the inside of those as well. Again, only personal preference, because I don't like those any loose flaps on the inside of my box or my bag, but you don't have to add tape to those, and that's it. So just give them a little bit of an extra burnish. There we go. And last bit, I just need to pop a little bit of tape down this side here, just next to that fold. I'm not doing that very straight today, am I? Never mind, it should be alright. I might have a little bit of adhesive sticking out when I put the bag together. There we go. So I'm going to take the backing off of the side flap first. There we go. Just fold back what might be overlapping there, and anything that's overlapping at the fold, I'm just going to pop it back on itself like that. And then folding that flat and bringing this side over, just give it a rub, and that's the bag together. And then removing these bits of backing tape here, I'm going to square my box up, pop this back flap down first of all, pop my side flaps in, and then just make sure that I've got that squared and give that a little bit of a rub inside to just get those side flaps to stick. Take the backing off here, and again just make sure that I put that together straight, and that's my bag made. So this seam is down the back of the bag, which means that's the front of my bag here, and I'm just going to pop my fingers in here and squeeze these top parts together, just making sure that I've got them lined up properly before I give it a good squeeze to keep it shut. And again, like bags I've made before, you can see that you get a little bit of natural resistance there. And then I'm just going to pop a couple of holes and pop my ribbon through. So I'm going to pick up on the lovely lipstick that's in these flowers here, and use my lovely lipstick 1/8 of an inch grosgrain ribbon to tie through it. And this is one of our 2018 to 20 in colour, so this is going to be retiring at the end of May, when our new annual catalogue launches at the beginning of June. So again, if you're looking to get this year's in colours, then I would get them now, because this really is a time of year where things start to sell out, unfortunately. So these will be going, and just to let you see what the in colours are that are retiring. I seem to have lost my lovely lipstick. I've put it somewhere, but we've got lovely lipstick and Grapefruit Grove, Pineapple Punch, Call Me Clover and Blueberry Bushel. So those are the 5 in colours that are going to be retiring at the end of May. So just in case they're favourites of yours. And I'm going to use a punch that is retired because it's just a little bit easier to punch the holes for my ribbon than it would be to use my crocodile, which I would normally use. And I'm just going to come in beyond where that fold is, because that's a lot to punch through, to punch my hole for my ribbon going through. So about there. And what I like to do is just turn it round so that I'm not trying to second guess on the other side, and again just kind of eyeballing where it should go, and I think probably about there. Yeah. Cut off a piece of ribbon And again, cut off a fairly long piece because I want it to have some long tails. Just double check where the back of my box is, which is here. So I'm going to go in from the front and then come back through again from the back. Just make sure you pull enough through in the first place. There we are. And just make sure that my ribbon is straight along the back of my box. And I'm just going to get a little bit of help from my friends. A couple of little clips just to hold the bag shut until I tie the bow. There we go. They also actually, because these clips are metal, they actually help to hold the bag down, weight it down a little bit so that it doesn't rustle about too much while I'm trying to tie my bow. Come through, come through. Can't get a hold of that other end. Oh, jinx. Try again. There we are. I don't want you to be twisted though, so let's just pull that back a little bit and straighten it up. There we are. Take the clips off. I could have tied that bow a little bit tighter, but it'll do for the purposes of the video. Just pull those tails a little bit to, there we go. And they're about the same length, but I'm just going to trim that one ever so slightly. There we are. And got that a little bit more as well. And that's your bag. Maybe trim that just a little bit more. Oops. There we go. And that's your quick and easy gift bag. It's quite big, so it would hold quite a few sweeties or a little bit of body lotion or some mini bath bombs or something like that. I hope you like it. I know that they look slightly different because that one's kind of gone concave and that one's kept its shape. That just got a little bit more squashed when I was using the crocodile because it was a slightly fatter ribbon. But either way, it'll fill out once you fill it with goodies. So I hope you like that. Thanks again for watching, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, that would be lovely if you would. A thumbs up would be great too. Remember to press the little bell icon at the side of the subscription part if you want to be notified of my next video that I post, and have a go and see what you think. Thanks for watching. Until I see you next time. Bye bye just now.